Okay. My spirit has been telling me to come forth and bring this information. Sounds so serious. But parenting, me being a parent, my parents parenting, and I've only been a parent for like 10 years. My daughter is 10. That's not really a long time, but my whole world, my whole perception, my whole idea of everything has changed becoming a parent. And it's very exciting, it's challenging, and it's the hardest job that you'll ever do as a human being because you don't get paid for it. And somebody told me that your report card comes with your children once they're grown. So my children are still growing, so I'm excited to see my report card with my children. But my 10-year old, she challenges me like no other. And it had me thinking that how I'm raising my children is not how I was raised. I was raised in a very closed, sheltered environment, and I got so many things and so many blessings and so many life lessons with me being raised in that environment. But now that I'm raising my children, they are exposed to a lot. I don't ever remember asking my parents about God. But here I am driving, and my daughter, which is 10 years old, asked me about God. And I am like, oh my God, what do I say? What do I tell her? And a calmness came over me, and I realized how, as a parent, you have the power to define your child belief system and how important it is. There is no wrong and right way to parent a child. You parenting a child based upon the information that you have at that time, and it's life lessons that you learn, because as you bring a child into the world, you are born again as a parent, and you are supposed to instill certain things into this little human being that is going to take them through life. So my daughter asked me about God, and as I said earlier, I never asked my parents about God. I just learned about it through my environment. My children are growing up in an environment where there are so many different people and religions and cultures, and it's amazing to me. But I am choosing a path where it's not okay for you to tell somebody what they believe in is wrong if it works for them, because the universe is eternal. And if you tap into the universe and the forces of the universe, it will work for you in your native tongue. You express praises in your native tongue according to what your parents taught you. So, which naturally was going to be different from what somebody else taught you. So, it wasn't an easy conversation with my child. It's because she's 10 years old, and it's like, how do I explain to a 10-year old where they understand about God? And just explaining to her about the elements of the universe and the spirit. It's not something that you can see, but you can feel it. The wind, you can't see it, but you can feel it, but you know it's there. How do you know it's there? Based upon a feeling. And I don't know if she understood it, But she said, well, Ima, you can't like, what did she say to me? Because this girl is amazing. How she calculate things and how she process things is totally different from how I process things at her age. And I attribute that to her environment and how she's being raised and being exposed. And people say, well, too much exposure is bad, but you teach your children how to navigate through the life and through the environment that they live in. I don't believe in sheltering my children. I think that it's important to give the children the tools to navigate through their society. She asked me about, what do you say to somebody that calls you a monkey? I was like, some other people's perception of you should not affect your perception of who you are. And she said, well, the lady at daycare said it's racist. For me, it's being misinformed. That means that you are not educating your children properly for them to feel the need to call another child or another human being out of their name, and specifically a derogatory term such as a monkey or any other derogatory terms that people may use to be offensive. It's just this whole world of parenting is teaching me a lot. It's challenging me a lot. It's definitely not for the weak or the faint, because I don't know. I don't think it's just me. I know I'm special, but I know I'm not that special. I know that my children is a reflection of what the world is like. So I know that my children are not the exception. I know my children are pretty normal children. So it's interesting. It's a journey. And I am in it for the long haul. As tiring as it is, as frustrating as it is, it's a joy. As I huff and puff, it is a joy. And I'm sitting here like, what? Am I really having this serious conversation? I don't feel like I'm supposed to have kids. Just being honest. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be having kids. I don't even feel like I'm grown enough to have kids. I don't even feel like I'm grown enough to be somebody's parent to determine their belief system. I feel like I'm just this 19-year-old and I'm trying to figure out where these kids came from. Just being honest, I don't know where these kids came from. I know where they came from. But I think it's something to think about. It's very interesting. But I don't want to be too long. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You all have a blessed day. Peace.